What up, people? Please give this video a like if you like the video. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking on the icon in the bottom right hand corner of this video, and then make sure that you turn your push notifications on so you can receive updates every time we post a video here on the Vaniverse Gaming Channel. Okay, people, welcome to episode 7 of my Conan Exiles Beginner's Guide. Thanks again for all the comments, feedback, likes, just really appreciate it all. In today's episode, what I want to cover is where I build my final base. This is a place where I picked this tower for a reason, and I'm about to show you why. So we unlocked elevators in the last episode, which is needed to build the base where I need to be. And then you want to be level 20 as well, because we're going to want to build with our tier 2 building material instead of tier 1, so that if people were able to get to our base, it would be secure. So to do that, you're going to want to do a couple things. First thing you want to do to get to where we're going to build in this location is you're going to want to drink a yellow lotus potion and reset your attributes and feats. If you don't want to do that, I can show you a couple tricks to get around it. It just makes things a lot easier. So right now you can see I have 20 in grit and 13 in encumbrance. I would recommend try to get 20 in grit because it gives you 10% less stamina usage when you're climbing, and also gives you an extra 10% stamina per regeneration tick as well. So if you want to try and climb as much as we're going to be climbing, this just makes it a lot easier. But if you don't want to respec because you don't have access to yellow lotus potions or whatever, that's fine too. I'll show you a little trick that should help you get the job done as well. So we're only going to take with us a couple things. First thing we're going to take with us is a vertical elevator. And then second thing we're going to take with us is a couple sandstone foundations. We'll take probably 3 sandstone foundations. We're going to take with us a large chest. Nah, we don't need a large chest right now. So the only other thing we're going to need is a regular sandstone tier 2 foundation. So we're going to put some brick in our inventory, some shaped wood, and some iron reinforcement. So I will tell you that you're going to need a lot of brick. So I have 400 and almost 500 brick. I did a lot of farming. It doesn't take a lot of time. I mean, it's time consuming to farm this much brick, but you go out, if you had a bunch of encumbrance before, so say your encumbrance is 20 or 30, you go out, you get 1,000 per run, you come up, you throw 1,000 in this one, 1,000 in this one, 1,000 in this one. Right there's 300 brick in a matter of 20-30 minutes. So it's not bad. All right. So we have on us this. Okay. So we're going to make 2 of these sandstone foundations. So you want to make sure that you have it unlocked right here. Journeyman Mason. Go to our inventory, find it, and go 1, 2. Okay. So now we're pretty much ready to go. We want to have as little weight on us as possible when we make the climb, solely because it's not an easy climb, and the more weight we have on us, the less likely we are to be successful. And so the reason why I climb up here is I'm a solo player. I also play with a buddy every now and again, but I just would be devastated if I lost everything. So by building my base where I'm about to show you, it's pretty much unraidable once you get to a certain point. So I know that I can get on every night and feel safe. Okay, my base is going to still be there. So notice that I took out the stairs here. And the reason I did that is because we are going to have an elevator land right about here. And it's going to be way up on that ledge. So that way, if someone were to try and climb up there, they're going to have a hard time. But we're going to have an elevator to get up and down so we can bring thralls up and we can bring up all of our materials. Because eventually we are going to put all of our crafting stations and our main base way, way, way up on the top. So let's show you how the easiest path to climb up to where this first round is. Now, obviously, if you build here and people watch this video, they're going to find the easiest path to get up here. Now, I have 20 in grit. My goal is to get on that little lip right there. So if I didn't have 20 in grit and I'm like, crap, I'm never going to make it to where I need to go, then I can take this nice little foundation that I kept in my inventory and I can place it like right here. So now I can come up and then I have a nice little break point if I wanted to. So this is great if you're the one building. Now, somebody who's trying to raid you, they can't lay these little foundations and give you these breakpoints. So they're kind of screwed. But that's how you do it when you make this climb. If you don't have a lot of grit, just pick a place somewhere in the middle of where you want to go and just throw a foundation, and then you can use that as a stopping point. Are these little tiers. I would suggest getting above them and then letting go, and you'll land on them. They're kind of weird on how it works. But that's where we're going to go. That's our stopping point right there, this little foot thing. If we can get over to it, we can take a nice stopping point, because getting up and over on that ledge there, you can see I'm here and I'm already, a third of my stamina is gone. So that's why we come over here and we take another break real quick. So we go above where the ledge is, we look down, and then we drop, and now we have another break. Now, because I have grit and my stamina is, I've got both perks, my stamina goes back really fast. So even mid-fall, I'm gaining stamina. So I could probably do this without taking as many breaks. I'm just showing the people who couldn't reset how to get up here. So we're going to get up to this next ledge, and we should be very close to putting down our first stone brick foundation and then our first elevator. So we're going to come over here. Yep, we got to get up on there. So for some reason, climbing right here, you're going to fall off. I don't know why. It's some kind of weird glitch. But you fall off every time. So come over to this one and climb up. When you climb, another good tip is if your camera's like this when you're climbing, you might not have a good chance of getting up on there. So when you get to the top and you're about ready to do the little jump, turn your camera to be about behind you, and then it makes your jump a little bit more successful. All right, so this is where we are going to put our first stone brick foundation and our first elevator. This will land us. So right here is a little too far, but if I come over a tiny bit, like right there, then I should be lined up right where I want to be. So if you're not sure and you don't want to use your stone brick right away, that's why we brought these sandstone foundations. That way I can test it. I can come look and say, yep, that looks good. And if I like it, then what I'll do is I'll take my stone brick and I'll just replace it. If I replace it, it doesn't damage what's attached to the actual foundation. If I were to delete this foundation and the elevator was attached to it, the elevator would be destroyed. So just be careful with that. I always use sandstone to line up because obviously it's cheaper in resources. And then once I find what I want, then I put down my tier 2 because it's now where I want it to be. So we're just going to come down here quick and check it. Spider-Man down, and right there. So you see, it's right at my door. So when I have a thrall or some gear, I just come right up. I just walk right on the elevator, pull the little trigger, and I'm up to go. So lining up pretty good. So now that we got the first elevator set, let's set the second elevator. So we're going to come down here, and we're going to grab ourselves an iron chest, because I'm going to show you what we use that for, and we're going to grab another elevator. So we're going to split, give ourselves an iron chest, split, and take our second elevator. So we still have one sandstone foundation as a rest point. If you might need two, we'll drop some more on here, and we have our final sandstone or stone brick foundation to put on the third and, well, not final level, but our base level. The final level is actually going to be up above our base level, and we're going to put a gigantic platform all the way around the top of this tower, and that's going to be where we're going to be able to put all of our crafting, multiple altars, our map room, everything. And then where our actual sleeping building is, we can actually put a vault right above it and have a vault later on down the road. So my goal is, once I have this all built out and I show you guys everything in the next couple episodes, we'll probably end this series in the 30s somewhere, because at that point it's all farming and leveling. That pretty much you have unlocked all of the machines that you're going to need to learn. And it's just a matter of upgrading to tier 3 by that point. And when we get there, I'll actually show you what my base looks like on my official PvP server that I play on for realsies. All right, so I'm here. And the great thing about elevators, like I showed you in the last episode, is we're going to put a chest right here. And not on a foundation so people can't destroy it. We're going to lock it. And then I'm going to take off this elevator by clicking E, return it to my inventory, and then drop it in the lock chest. So now people can't use my elevator. If I left it sit there, then people could use my elevator. And then eventually when I move my thrall wheel and everything way up to the top, we're going to have to build a little bit of a ramp here and some stairs. Otherwise, this is not going to work well. All right. So here is our climb to our final destination. This is a monster of a climb. So again, if you don't have grit, use your foundations, place them where you need to place them, and hopefully they will be good stopping points for you. So here's first stopping point. And remember, there's some weird glitches in this tower that you might come across a spot where it will not let you climb. You'll just fall off. And so just be very careful that doesn't happen. See, I'm in this weird spot right here where it's gotten me climbing. Okay. So now we're almost there. So this is the final climb, and this is the hardest climb. So again, I would suggest if you don't have good grit, throw one in the middle somewhere, but we should be able to do it. With 20 grit, we should be fine. We'll see. We're getting close. All right. But again, if you're like, oh no, I'm probably going to fall, then always save enough stamina to slide back down and then place a foundation as your breakpoint. But yeah, we're fine. Here we are. All right. Welcome to the secret mecha base building location. Right here it is. So this is where I build my base. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of room up here at first glance. But once you build your little base in here, you don't need a lot of room for a bed and a couple chests. Then you can build another layer up on these, and that's going to be enough to put a vault right there. And then we are going to have another elevator go all the way up to the top, and then we're going to make a giant platform for everything else. So here we are. We're at pretty much our final destination for where we're going to build our base. So now it's time to lay a foundation. Now, if you lay this too far out, you're not going to land correctly. If you lay it too close, you're not going to land correctly. So you got to get it just right. So if this is max distance, I'd pull it in 1, 2. There we go. So now, again, I use sandstone to try it. I'm going to put an elevator and see what we got here. So the goal is to get it to sneak right in between those two places down there. I'm going to Spider-Man off here, hopefully not die, and see. So, yep, right in between. Oh, nope. Nope, it wasn't. We're too close in, it looks like. Yep, it's in too close inside. So wait for it to come down, and then we'll adjust it. It needs to stick out just a tiny bit. So when you go the full way, you just pull it back a tiny bit. Two pulls back was too much. So one pull back, and we'll be good. So this is why we use sandstone and we don't use our stone brick, because if we used our stone brick and we had to destroy it, it'd be a real bummer. Because, you know, to make the iron reinforcements, the shaped wood, and the bricks takes a little bit more resources than a couple stone and a couple pieces of wood. Right, so we'll eat some food, drink some water. I will tell you that there's a glitch on the elevators that if you're in your inventory or you're in your attributes or feats, sometimes you'll fall off the elevator. You'll fall through the bottom of it. So just don't mess around in your inventory or your feats or your attributes while you're riding the elevator. All right, we'll give her a minor adjustment. And then we will be able to bring up all of our goodies and lay the foundation for our final base location. Alrighty. So we're going to remove the elevator. And we're going to say, okay, so that was too far. Let's do this again. So that's as far out as I can go. We're going to adjust it to about there. Okay, and then we're going to give it another try. Okay, we'll keep testing it. Spider-Man, woo, doggy. How'd we do? Yep, so we got it that time. So this is exactly where we want it to be. It's right in the middle here. We're going to build some foundations from here so people can come up the stairs, come across here, run across the elevator, and go up to your final base. So that's pretty much how that works. We're going to lay our other elevator here. We're going to go down and get all of our stuff, and then we're going to build our final base up top. And that'll be it for this episode. We'll show you kind of how we build, give you some tips on it. I always Spider-Man down the walls. I'm too lazy to wait for the elevator to go all the way down. I already got to wait for the elevator to go up. I wish they made the elevators faster. They're just kind of slow. Alright, so we're going to need a lot of brick, a lot of iron reinforcements, a lot of shaped wood, and probably 1 or 2 chests. And then we should be good to go. So here's all of our brick. And we got 1, 2 shaped wood. And we need more of those iron things. They're there. Okay. More iron things. Another elevator. No, we don't need another elevator. That's for the down one. But we do need that chest. We do need that. And we do need that. Okay. So lots of brick. Couple reinforcements. Couple shaped wood. Let's double check we don't have any sitting somewhere. Yeah, I think that's everything. Perfect. So we'll ride our elevator up. Now, what I would suggest doing is, like I showed you in the last episode, we're going to put that one elevator out that goes down. We're going to farm, go up that elevator, come dump all of our stuff in the iron chest, and go back and rinse and repeat. And then once you got all of your chests full down here, then you're going to load up, encumber yourself. You're going to crawl up these stairs at a snail's pace. And then you're going to take your elevators up to your final base. And as you go up, you're going to pull off all the elevators. And so that way you are safe way up in your Tower of Solitude. Alright, this is going to take forever. So I will just end here, and I'll come back open when we get up top and kind of show you some build secrets and what we're going to do. We're back up top. So now that we're back up top, we're going to change this to a stone brick. And now it's time to build our base location. So we're going to use this as our starting point because we want this whole area to be level. So we're going to use this one foundation as our starting point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 1, 2. Whoops, wrong one. 3, 4, and 5. All right, so what I'm probably going to do is build my base in between these little piers. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Let's do 3 by 3. So let's do 1, 2, 3. So what do we got here for walls? All right, we should be able to swing that. Just to be safe, we'll just do 1, 2, 3. We'll do a 2 by 3 for right now, and then we can always expand later. We just want to make sure that we have a base going. And okay. So there we go. 2 by 3 for right now. And we need a door frame. So you'll notice here that there's all this insulated wood foundation that you never saw before. Insulated is for when you're building in the frozen north. If you're going to build in the frozen north, you want to make all of your building out of insulated wood instead of out of regular wood. And insulated wood just takes wood plus, I believe it's sap or something like that, rosin or resin or something like that. That's how you turn it into insulated wood, and it's down on our carpenter bench. We'll check it out. And then insulated wood is what you would use to make all the warm places. So when you build in the cold frozen north, you want to have all this insulated stuff. When you build in the desert, you just want to use the regular sandstone. If you use the insulated in the desert, you'll actually overheat while you're standing in your own building. And the same thing goes like a fireplace. If you have like a sandstone building, you don't have insulated, but you have a fireplace going and you're in the desert, you're actually going to overheat as well because of that. So what we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? So 1. Come on, bad boy. Come on, get in there. 2, 3, 4. Oh, we need way more than 7. My count was off. 5, 6. Oh, we need a lot. And what, 3 more? So you'll notice that if you have an item on your bar and it's grayed out because you don't actually have any in your inventory, you can just hit that number again and we'll actually create it for you. So we'll do 2 more. 1, 2. And boom. Okay, so now we need 2, 4, 6 ceiling pieces. So come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you're building tier 2, you're going to need a ton of bricks compared to everything else. You're going to need like 3 times the amount of bricks you need shaped wood and iron reinforcements. So if you have 100 iron reinforcements and 100 shaped wood, you should probably have 300 bricks because everything just costs more bricks than they do anything else. Okay. Then we'll get our door on. We'll lay a bed. And we'll lay our chest, and then voila. And then we'll pull up the elevators, we'll put them in our chest, and ain't nobody getting in here. All right, where's our tier 2 door? There's our tier 1 door. There it is, right there. Reinforced wood door, craft. Shabango. We'll get our chest. Let's say we'll put it right... Right there is good. And we gotta make sure to lock it. Then we need a bed. So, do we have a bed? No, I don't think I relearned it from when I respect climb. Up here, beds. There it is. Boom. And we'll see what we need for a bed. We need hide and wood, huh? So, eventually we'll put a bed here, and this will be our new home. And then what we can do is we can say, okay, shaboop, pick that up, drop it in here. And then you definitely want to put, if you're pulling the elevators up, you definitely want to put a bed or a bedroll or something up here. Because in that way, what you do is you leave your bedroll in the basement and you leave your bed here. You can kill yourself, and then you can just respawn up in your base, and then you can lay your first elevator here, and then lay your second elevator down. You don't want to pull off your elevators but not respawn up here, because then you have to constantly climb and replace them, which is a pain in the butt. So make sure that you build your bed in here when you pull your elevators up so that you can die and respawn in your bed and then go down. And that's kind of what I do. So when I go farm and I put everything on the bottom level of the base, I then, remove my bracer, spawn up here in my base naked, put down my first elevator, put down my second elevator, go down to the chest below, loot all my stuff, climb back up, and then on the way up, take off the elevators. Now, why do I go through all this trouble? This base is pretty much unraidable. You cannot get hit by a sandstorm here. The sandstorm misses this area. Because we're built so high up, we don't get hit by the purge. Your purge meter will be full, and you'll get messages that you are being attacked by somebody, and then they'll instantly close and say that you defended off the purge because they can't reach you. You can't be hit by catapults up here. There's no place you're going to be able to put a catapult that you're going to reach this area. You can be godded up here from that spot over there. If somebody were to put summon Yogg over on that spot right there, they could probably get a god to where you are and wreck your base. Maybe not inside here. If you build inside like this, Yogg can't damage it. It's too far in between. That's why we build our little structure in here, is that Yogg wouldn't even be able to damage this. And then eventually what we'll do is we will put stone brick around the whole outside, and then we're going to get crenulated walls. I forget what level we get them at. And they're spikes, and we put spikes all the way around so nobody can climb up. So pretty much when we're all said and done with this base, nobody can climb up, you can't be catapulted, you can't be purged, you missed the sandstorm, and you can't be godded. And so that is why I build here, and that is why I go through all the hassles of the elevators. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please pick this spot except for on my server, because if you pick this spot on my server, you're going to run into me and it's already taken. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and explain why I build here. In the next video, I'm going to show you how I build all my crafting stations up top. We'll go over some of the crafting stations we haven't talked about yet. And then probably the next episode of that, we'll kind of do the journey quest, and we'll do some exploration and show you where I farm around here, where the best places to get some of the materials are as well. So I appreciate you guys watching. This is Vaniverse. Cheers and peace out.